My name is Adam. I was once a man, always in a hurry. Meetings, emails, flights. I worked for a company that sold building tools. I was good at my job, but I was never really happy. One rainy morning, I had to take a small plane to visit a factory on a nearby island. It was supposed to be a short 2-hour trip. The sky was gray when we took off. After 30 minutes, the wind grew stronger. The plane started to shake. Rain hit the windows like bullets. Then the pilot shouted something I couldn't hear. The engine made a loud noise, then silence. The plane dropped fast. I grabbed the seat. Everything went black. I opened my eyes to bright sunlight. My head hurt, and my clothes were wet. I was lying on sand. The plane was gone. The people were gone. Only the sea remained calm now, as if nothing had happened. I tried to stand, but I fell. My leg was cut. I sat and looked around. Palm trees, rocks, no houses, no people, no help. I shouted, "Hello! Anybody?" No answer, only the waves. Fear rushed in. I was alone. The first night was cold. I had no fire, no food, no plan. I sat under a tree, hugging myself. I thought of my sister, my friends, my tiny apartment. I missed things I never cared about before, like hot soup or clean socks. I cried, not loudly, just quiet tears falling down my dirty face. The second day, I found a broken suitcase on the shore. Inside was a shirt, a lighter, and a small towel. The lighter saved me. That night I made fire. Fire gave me hope. I told myself, you won't die here. So I started to learn. I used rocks to cut wood. I made a small shelter with sticks, leaves, and vines. It wasn't perfect, but it kept the rain off. Food was hard. I cracked coconuts with sharp stones. I fished using a stick and old wire. I found some berries, but only after getting sick from the wrong ones. Days became weeks. I marked each one with a scratch on a palm tree. My body changed. I was thinner. My face grew a short beard. My hands got hard and dirty. I talked to myself, sometimes just to stay sane. I even named a piece of driftwood Mark and spoke to it like a friend. There were days I wanted to give up. One storm destroyed my shelter. Everything was soaked. I sat in the rain, shaking. I asked out loud, why me? Once I cut my foot badly on coral. It bled a lot. I limped for days. I was scared of infection. But I kept going. Each morning, I opened my eyes and thought, I'm still alive. That was enough. One night, I looked at the stars, so many, so bright, I whispered, I never noticed how beautiful the world is when I stop rushing. Weeks turned into months. I didn't have a calendar, but I knew it had been a long time. The island changed me, or maybe it showed me who I really was. Before, I always wanted more. More money, more time, more success. Now, I just wanted water, food, fire, and peace. I listened to nature, the way birds warned of rain, or how the crabs moved before the tide came in. I didn't feel like a lost man anymore. I felt connected, strong, calm. I still wanted to go home, but I no longer felt like a victim. One morning, after a long night of storms, I saw something floating in the distance. I ran to the beach. It was a broken lifeboat, cracked on one side, but still usable. Inside was a paddle, a rope, and part of a sail. My heart beat fast. For the first time, I felt real hope. I spent the next week fixing it with whatever I had: tree bark, vines, even pieces of my shirt. I filled 2 coconut shells with water. I dried fish on hot rocks for food. I waited for a calm day. Then, one sunrise, I pushed the boat into the sea. The sea was quiet at first. I paddled slowly. My arms were tired, but I didn't stop. Waves came, some small, some big. The boat rocked. I tied myself to it at night so I wouldn't fall off. I was scared but ready. I remembered every hard day on the island. I told myself, you didn't give up then. Don't give up now. On the third day, I saw something far in the distance. A ship. I stood, waved my arms, shouted, threw my shirt into the air. The ship turned. They pulled me onto the ship. I was weak. I cried. A woman gave me a blanket and warm tea. Doctor said I had lost 18 kilograms. My leg had almost held wrong. I had been missing for 9 months. When I returned, everything felt loud. Cars, phones, voices. People moved fast again. But I didn't. My sister hugged me and cried. I had never seen her cry before. Friends said, you're lucky. But I didn't feel lucky. I felt changed. I went back to my apartment. I sat on the bed for hours. The floor felt too flat, the air too stale. I saw myself in the mirror. Same face, but not the same person. I started to write about the island, what it taught me. I wrote, you don't know how strong you are until you have no choice. Now, I live slower. I smile more. I take long walks. I cook. I listen. Sometimes I dream of the island. Sometimes I miss it. Because that island, though it nearly broke me, it also made me whole. Even when you feel lost, remember this. Storms don't last forever. You are stronger than you think. You might feel broken today, but you are never beyond repair.